tomorrow in England. With that, we welcome you to Extra Time live on your Remedy Radio dial, Seditions 93.9 FM. My name is Oladapo Okunubi. You're welcome to the show. All right, well, talking more football stories on the show this evening. We want to be talking only about the UEFA Champions League. We as well be looking at what will also be going down tonight in different centers. We have a game going down in Italy. We have going down in Spain. We also have that going down in England as well. Well, live games going down in Turkey. Well, you call that Turkey, but that's the right pronunciation is Turkey. The Turkey Super League. 2 games going down live. And we'll also be taking you through all these games, the same as reactions pre-March. Well, Bukayo Saka has also been talking ahead of the game going down tomorrow. Remember, this boy is back. And he's saying he's back for good to help the team beat Real Madrid. Well, a lot of people saying that Arsenal should do the necessary thing to beat Real Madrid in the first leg and make sure that return leg in Spain, even if Arsenal is going to lose, the defeat will not affect them in going to the semi-final of the cup competition in Europe. Let's go on the break, and when we come back, we'll talk more.
Penalty up against Mamardashvili, and he saved it. Well, Vinicius has had problems from the spot this season. He's foiled again, this time by Mamardashvili. We stay at those big central defenders are waiting to try and get on the end of this. In it comes from Diego Lopez, and it is headed past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. And Valencia have taken the in, and it's Mukta Diakabi who has scored the goal. So Valencia so close to going behind, but Mamardashvili saves the spot kick. And at the other pre-match press conference to come back into the side, Mbappe. Nicely played into Brahim. Mbappe with a shot, and it's tipped over the top by Mamardashvili, who's having a very special first. Modric with the corner, flicked on and into the back of the net. Vinicius scores. He missed the penalty in the first half. He makes no mistake from close range, and we played just 4 minutes of the second period, and it's Real Madrid 1, Valencia 1. Being helped up by Max Aarons, gets the cross in, and that's a brilliant save. Valverde with the shot, Mamardashvili palms it away. Is it off to Diego Lopez, and he sent Rafa Mir through. He's got a player in the middle. It's Hugo Duro arriving, and he's done it again. The player who loves to score against Real Madrid has scored a goal he's never going to forget, because it's 4 minutes into added time, and it surely is the goal that gives Valencia their first win in the Santiago Bernabeu for 17 years. A breakaway from Carlos Corberán.
Go ahead, Paul, sorry.
Valverde to Rudiger. Rudiger with a chance to equalise. It comes out, and it doesn't come too fortuitously. It comes out to Alaba outside the area. Another shot comes in, and this time away team performance from Valencia, Paul.
Oh, what a result for them. I don't think anyone predicted that result, but it just shows you when it comes.
Okay, so nobody predicted that Real Madrid was going to lose that game over the weekend against their opponent Valencia. 2-1 the game ended. But hey, let's take it back home to Nigeria and talk about the reaction after the games decided in the match day 32. Different reactions are coming from different club sides as well. For some teams, it is more of a survival than looking for playing on the continent. Well, for Shooting Stars, wants to play on the continent, but the team has drawn their games back to back, playing 2-0 against Academy Warriors on the road and coming back to Ibadan, playing goalless against Ikorodu City. The team is fourth on the NPFL log with 48 points from 32 matches, winning 13, drawing 9, losing 10, scoring 31 and conceding 27. But that is not only about the Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan, but based on the drama that happened after the game yesterday, different stories coming from different sides. But Shooting Stars came out today with a statement courtesy Matosi Omojola, the media officer of the team, saying that the team has denied reports of players and officials of Ikorodu City were attacked following their match day 32 fixture in Ibadan on Sunday. Benga Ogunbo, the side was held to a goalless encounter by the Oga Boys. Shooting Stars supporters reportedly vandalized the visitors' bus. The players and their officials were also held at the stadium for around 2 hours before they were escorted out by military operatives. Now, the Oluwole Warriors, in a statement released today, denied reports Ikorodu City players and match officials were held hostage inside the stadium for several hours. That's according to the statement coming from Tosi Omojola. Now, part of the statement here, and I quote, "We also want to refuse report that players and officials of Ikorodu City were attacked and that their bus was damaged. Nothing of such happened as the team left the arena well guarded by security personnel with the help of the general manager, Dimeji Lawa, and Oyo State FA officials after the angry fans had been dispersed." However, we condemned it in total. The attack on the supporters of Ikorodu City FC by some hoodlums and thugs disguising as fans of the Shooting Stars, some who hide under the pretense that their action was triggered by their dissatisfaction with what transpired on the field, of officiating in the course of the encounter. End of quote. We wait to see the statement coming from Ikorodu City, same as the league body. If there's going to be a sanction, if there's going to be another decision by the league body, we wait to see. Now, moving away from that, check the time right now. This is 6:37 live from Solutions 93.9 FM. And let's go straight and look at live updates coming from different centers on different football pitches across the globe. Let's go straight to Turkey. No, before going to Turkey, let's go down to Africa Cup of Nations under 17. Ongoing at the moment, 78 minutes of action between Angola and Central African Republic. Angola is leading this game 5-0. I repeat, Angola leading Central African Republic 5-0 in this encounter. It is in the 79 minutes of action between Mali and Ivory Coast. And Mali is down 2-3, trailing Ivory Coast 2-3. By 8 p.m. tonight, Gambia will be up against Tunisia and Senegal to take on Somalia. Well, that's the live updates. Well, we'll keep updating you before the end of the show to know what will surely happen at the end of some of these live games. Now, moving on this evening, let us go straight to the English Premier League. Well, after Tottenham Hotspur defeated Southampton 3-1 last night, Southampton got confirmed relegated with 7 games to spare. However, after the confirmation that Southampton has been relegated, the team and coach of the side, Ivan Juric, parted ways today. Well, Southampton sacked manager Ivan Juric after the club's relegation from the Premier League. A 3-1 defeat at Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday confirmed their relegation with a record 7 matches to spare, and the club have since announced they will part ways with the boss Juric. Southampton are also on course to finish the campaign with the lowest record points tally in Premier League history. The 2007-2008 Derby County team infamously finished with 11 points, 1 point more than Southampton have managed so far. That's part of the updates coming from England this evening. Well, remember, a game is going down in the English Premier League tonight, and that is Leicester City. Remember, Leicester City also is not in a good shape going into this one. Maybe Leicester City will also be confirmed very soon, relegated to Championship, although the odds on Leicester City is very high to win the game today. 7.24, 6.60. Who's going to put money on this? Well, I won't advise you to do that. Vanis Juroy has a lot to put in action for tonight's game against EFL Cup champions Newcastle United. Well, for Leicester City, looking at the position of the team and points had so far, Leicester City is placed 19th on the English Premier League log, struggling to win 4 matches, drawing 5 and losing 21 games, scoring 25 goals, conceding 67 goals this season, and picking 17 points. Even if Leicester City wins tonight's game, the team will still be placed 19th. Why? Because the team above Leicester City has got 20 points and has got minus 34. Leicester City has got minus 42. So, for Leicester City, will still be placed 19th on the English Premier League log. However, for Ipswich Town, that is placed in the 18th, has got 20 points, and that is 12 points below Wolverhampton Wanderers, that is placed 17th. So, let's keep our fingers crossed. If Leicester City can win all their matches and Ipswich Town win all their matches, That means Wolves, West Ham United. Even West Ham is still safe. With the way things are. How many matches to go? 8 matches for Leicester City, 9 matches to go. But the situation is not favorable for Leicester and Ipswich Town. Yeah, Wolverhampton Wanderers, with the victory they had over the weekend, shows that it looked like a team that has escaped relegation. Now, let's move on this evening away from Leicester City Newcastle game that is going down at the King Power Stadium by 8 o'clock. Let us talk about what is happening in Turkey at the moment, because with the situation of things right there, Godsepe is up against Gaziantep FK. 41 minutes of action. The game is goalless, while Kasim Pasha is up against Besiktas. Kasim Pasha is leading Besiktas 1-0. 42 minutes of action right there in Turkey. Let's go on a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more football stories. Chief Priest, Boy P, Brown Joy, Heights, more money. If it is not making money, it's not making sense.
For their mind says CPR will never fail at all. As plenty money coming, so they no fit to bargain. One time I hate sipping money long, I'm the business of them all. More money. I said they hustle for my money, and I be steady, winning on the day. I spend it really on the steady. I need the carry people when I the first for Jordan. But if I no make the rapper, but this man no go look my side, and if he making me they wonder. Money now what I do be done. All I hear is all I want for.
Brand new sound.
Check-in time 6:45 still extra time live on Solutions 93.9 FM. My name is Ladapo. Going to be still talking football and talking more updates. 85 minutes of action at the Africa Cup of Nations under 17. Angola still leading Central African Republic 5-0 as Mali still trailing Ivory Coast 2-3. And well, let's let you know that by 7:45 the next 1 hour, Bologna will be up against Napoli in the Italian Serie A. Monday Night Football going down in Italy. Monday Night Football also going down in Spain, where Leganes will take on Osasuna. Now, let's move away from that and let's share with you an update. Well, for Pep Guardiola, he wants Matheus Nunes to develop into a right back for Manchester City after saying that he's not clever enough to play the midfield role as he has performed throughout his career. The 26-year-old who signed for City from Wolves in August 2023 in a £53 million, approximately $70 million deal as a replacement for Ilkay Gundogan, has made 62 appearances for the reigning Premier League champion since arriving at the Etihad, with the majority of his outings in midfield. Remember, the team played goalless with Manchester United in the Manchester Derby, and according to reports, that was the most dull, if I can use that word, Manchester Derby. Not really competitive. The teams didn't really play to expectation, according to some analysts. However, for Ruben Amorim, he was happy that his team was able to hold Manchester City from scoring. Well, and he believes that the team Red Devils must be more competitive. Here is Ruben Amorim speaking after the game.
That I can say that we want to be competitive in the short space of time. But to do that, to be really dominant against any opponent, is going to take a lot of time. That I can say. So we have to use different weapons of playing a different style when we face different opponents. And in that way of playing, City is maybe the best team in the world, and they are doing, like you said, for a while. But the important thing is that if you compare this game against the Arsenal, we had some moments that we did the same a little bit to City, and against Arsenal we didn't do. Was clearly transitions. Today was a little bit different. So it's we are improving, but to play in this way that they play for many years is going to take a long time.
Well, Ruben Amorim, Manchester United manager, there speaking after the Manchester Derby. Now, looking at the next game for Manchester United. Well, that is going down Thursday in the quarterfinal of the Europa League, going down in France against Lyon. And, well, remember the regional leg will go going down in England. But after the first leg against Lyon, Manchester United will be up against Newcastle United at the St. James's Park, meaning back-to-back away games for the Red Devils. Now let's talk the UEFA Champions League. Well, the Golden Boy is back for Arsenal. His name is Bukayo Saka. Well, remember, for those of you who have seen Merlin, they say the destiny of a great kingdom rests on the shoulder of a young boy. He's named Marlin. But for Saka, who feels like he's the man who can help Arsenal, says the break was good for him to do other things. However, he's a winner and is ready to win with the team.
Yeah, so I think mentally it was really good for me. Obviously, it was really tough initially to find out the extent of my injury, that I was going to have surgery. It was really tough for me to hear the news at first, but, once it was done and it was successful, I was, just focused on coming back stronger, and I had a lot of time, obviously the past 5 years I've been playing game after game, so it was the first proper break I've had, and it was really good for me. I got to do a lot of things that I don't really normally do. So, I feel fresh. I can give you many examples, but you will get bored. But, focusing on the question, it's really nice to be back, and I feel fresh mentally for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you ask my physios, there was a lot of conversation about this game. I'm wanting to be back, and not just back in good shape. I'm feeling good, so that's what I spent a lot of months working massively towards, and we're here now, so I'm excited. Yeah, it'll mean a lot to us. The first time the club's been in the Champions League quarterfinals back-to-back for a while now. So, well, for me, I want to win, and I want to win wearing this badge. So I think it's pretty clear. The fans know how much I love them, and, when I came on Tuesday, I think they love me back. So it's a good relationship, and I'm really happy to be here, and I'm just focused on winning here.
Focusing on winning. Well, now let's talk about the team and what the game will surely look like tomorrow. Well, for players ruled out of Arsenal's squad, of got Ricardo Calafiori of Italy, Gabriel of Brazil, Jesus of Brazil, German, Kai Havertz, Raheem Sterling due to yellow card, Tomiyasu due to knee injury, and for Mikel Arteta, despite all those players ruled out, he's super convinced that Arsenal can win the game in the first leg against Real Madrid.
Be super convinced. 8 p.m. tomorrow night, 11 players, 60,000 people, really super convinced that we are ready to win and to beat them. That's the mindset that I want. The rest be the team that we've been over the last quarter of the season, with all the up and downs and things that we have to deal with. Continue to that, because that's our super strength.
Well, if Arteta is convinced, well, the players should also be convinced. But the question is Carlo Ancelotti convinced of coming to the Emirates Stadium to pick to pick a victory or even a draw. Well, for Danica Vai has been ruled out. Ceballos, Adam Militao, Lunin, Mendy, Chouameni all out of this game tomorrow. Well, now talking about another game scheduled for tomorrow, Bayern Munich will be up against the Inter Milan, and Vincent Kompany has been talking ahead of that game. Now, Bayern Munich will be missing the several key players in tomorrow's Champions League quarterfinal first leg clash at home to Inter Milan, but Vincent Kompany, the manager of the side, has complete faith in those that are available. Already without goalkeeper Manu Neuer, defender Hiroki Ito, Alphonso Davies, and Dayo Upamecano, with forward Kingsley Coman. Kompany lost midfielder Jamal Musiala to a thigh injury and Friday's 3-1 Bundesliga win over Augsburg. But for Vincent Kompany, he believes that his team is still good enough ahead of the clash against Inter Milan. So, well, remember, games are going down the UEFA Champions League tomorrow in England. Arsenal hosting Real Madrid in Germany. Bayern hosting Inter Milan. Let's check live updates this evening before wrapping up the show. Well, Angola just scored one more against Central African Republic in the Africa Cup of Nations. 93 minutes of action. Angola 6, Central African Republic 1. 94 minutes of action. Mali 2, Ivory Coast 3. All right, now moving away from the UEFA Champions League as we wrap up the show. A move for Vinicius Jr. to Saudi Pro League is now increasingly unlikely, according to reports, with no fresh contact between the forward and the Saudi Pro League. Well, remember, talks have begun with Real Madrid over a new deal, and that is what we are getting here. The players' representatives were first contacted by the Saudis last year, with Vinicius postponing any decision on his future, with his Madrid contract due to expire in 2027 until this summer. Now, let us also look at another man who's also in the news. That is Ipswich striker Delap. Now, Manchester United will rival Chelsea in the race to sign Liam Delap this summer after identifying the Ipswich Town forward ahead of Victor Gyökeres, Benjamin Sesko, and Victor Osimhen as the solution to their goal-scoring problems. Okay, they know they have problem. Too much problem. Well, now let's go about Virgil van Dijk here. Well, Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has revealed there has been progress made in his contract negotiations amid continued speculations over his future at the club. Virgil van Dijk's deal is set to expire at the end of the season, with teammates Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold also coming to the end of their contracts in June. Now, while a source has told newsmen that Real Madrid are confident of landing Alexander-Arnold on a free transfer, there remains optimism on Merseyside that Virgil van Dijk and Salah will sign new deals, with the Netherlands international providing a positive update following Liverpool's 3-2 defeat to Fulham on Sunday. Well, this will be the convenient point to say goodbyes on the show, and I'll be back tomorrow morning on the Kickoff Sports Show, talking sport. Well, this is Odumodu Black Kylian. Was he trying to talk about Kylian Mbappe or the love he has for the French man? Like what I said, we say keep doing sport and stay safe.
Show me love, give me all. My in-laws, none of them be the trees like Kylian.